Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today I'm going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Vulture from the Demogoblin Build-A-Figure wave. I've waited so long to have a Vulture in my collection. I've got the movie Vulture from, 1 or 2 years ago, but finally I have a really awesome classic style Vulture. There was a Spider-Man Classics Vulture, and then, which I just don't have. Maybe I'll get someday, who knows. And then there was also an Ultimates Vulture, which was in a 2-pack with Spider-Man, but I already had that Spider-Man from one of the waves, so I just didn't want a duplicate Spider-Man that I already had for no reason, so I didn't get that Vulture. But finally, I held out, and they gave us this masterpiece, or at least it looks a masterpiece. I'm still to open it up and find out just how good or bad it is, and that's what we're here for today, obviously. It does come with a second head sculpt, so if you do have that other Vulture from that 2-pack, I think that does indeed fit on that figure, so you can go ahead and use that, or you can use it with this one, obviously. Flipping it around to the back, you can see everything else in the wave, and next up I'm going to do Shang-Chi. But for today, let's go ahead and get this thing opened up and take a closer look. And here's the Vulture out of the packaging, and look at that head sculpt. It is so creepy and awesome. This figure does stand just under 6.5 inches tall, so it's a nice presence amongst your other figures. And there is the other head sculpt. Both of them do have that kind of pinky purple look around the eyes, except this one obviously is hooded or masked or hatted, whatever the hell this thing is. It's really nice. It's got the molded in lines there. It gives you that nice classic Vulture look, but it does have the closed mouth. This one with the nice detailing there, the skin detailing, and the open mouth. He just looks so much more creepy and awesome. I love this head sculpt. It's amazing. This neck piece here is actually a loose piece, so you can take that off if you really want to. Just pop the head off and take that off. The body mold we've seen plenty of times before. It's just obviously just a plain body mold that's been repainted. On the sides of the legs, the sides of the torso there as well. Honestly, the mold line is a little bit sharp, so I don't know if that's just quality control because of the amount of times the mold has been used or what, I don't know. But in some cases there you can see it sticks out a little bit. It doesn't look all that great. You can heat it up and you can take that kind of whiteness away. But yeah, it's a little bit sharp on mine, so it's not perfect quality control-wise there, but it doesn't do too bad. There's another sharp piece on the front of the thigh there where it looks like it's just been scuffed or something. Now, for the wings, they're not perfect. He does have a peg hole in the back, so you can use a flight stand straight into his back there if you want to. Obviously, it's a nice skinny figure as well, so you can put him on a nice cradle to hold him. And he does have peg holes in the bottom of the feet, so you've got plenty of different ways that you can display this guy. He stands perfectly fine, even with the weight of those wings. They're not really heavy or anything. They peg into his arms, and they are 2 pieces on each side. So you can see one pegs into his forearm, one pegs into his upper arm. And this one isn't honestly the tightest fit in the world, but it's not the loosest either. It will stay on even if you shake it, but if you start moving it around, just try and hold onto the arms because you will just pull them off. So they stay on just fine. I do wish that the coloration was there underneath. It is like towards the tip, but it's just not as detailed underneath as it is on the top. And honestly, if you're flying, like, if you have him looking like this, it's fine. If you want to put the arms up like he's flying, and if you're going to see it from the bottom, then because obviously in your display is going to be higher than other figures, you're more than likely going to see this side more than you're going to see this side. So I just do wish that the molded in detail and the kind of awesome paintwork that you get there would carry on onto the bottom. It still looks great from underneath, but just not as good as on top, and honestly I feel like it should have been. And honestly, the whole figure just looks amazing. Like, there's not really much more that they could have done to give us a fantastic classic Vulture figure. So yeah, I just wish that the details on the underside of these wings, and maybe they pegged in just a little bit stronger onto the arms there. But other than that, it honestly is a really amazing figure. So let's take a look at that articulation now. One of the most important points for any figure that's going to fly, which DC really needs to take note of, because every single Superman figure I get, he can never look up. Look at that. A perfect flight pose there for Vulture. Absolutely awesome. Looks down as well, even with this big neck piece thing. left and right just fine, and a good side-to-side pivot. Not only do you have the rotation and the hinge there at the shoulders, but you also have a really nice butterfly joint there as well, which does have the paintwork carrying on the inside, so that when you move it, it is still nice and detailed. And there you go. I just wish that they were held in a little bit stronger, but never mind. Yes, so then you get the rotation at the upper part of the arm. Again, not hindered there. That does, come around the shoulder just fine. Double jointed elbow, which again, this carries on because it overlaps, so you're not losing any of the detail there. And then you got your rotation in your hand and the hinge there as well. Really nice ab crunch moving forward and back. Rotation at the waist, hips move out to the side, forward, really far, and back. I mean, this body mold has been used for Spider-Man figures, so that we know this thing has a lot of articulation. Rotation at the upper part of the thigh, double jointed knees, and then the feet move up and down and have ankle pivot. So also for a flying figure, really nice to be able to move those feet down. So articulation-wise, this guy is amazing. There is nothing that I would change. You've got the peg hole for flight stands if you want to use it. I just really wish that these things stayed in a little bit easier, especially if you've got a kid that's going to be playing with them. Over time, that is going to become a weaker joint, and I suspect over time with going in and out, it just ain't going to stay in no more. But for a collector, I don't think you're going to have much of a problem, and this thing is going to just last and just be incredible. I definitely think it's the best Vulture out there, especially because you can get both of those head sculpts in one figure. So you can have whichever Vulture look you want. Now what I would really love to see is for them to do a Gamerverse Vulture and give us the Vulture from the Spider-Man PS4 game. Oh, that suit looks amazing. I would adore that thing in figure form. It would probably have to be a Build-A-Figure or something though, from a Gamerverse wave or something, but I would definitely love that. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more from me, there's some videos on the screen right now, and some links to my social media in the description below. For more Marvel Legends, go ahead and subscribe. Again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.